Hello girls, thank you for clicking on this video. How are you? Comment down below some fun stuff you've been doing. Hopefully we can get back to Sunday school in person soon. I am really looking forward to it. But if not, we'll just keep doing it this way. I try to keep the videos really short so that you all, will actually watch them. So we'll go ahead and get started. All right. After Joshua led the children of Israel into the promised land, finally, they had an obstacle. Now, surprise, surprise, they had an obstacle, and it was Jericho, the city. Remember where Rahab lived and the spies went in and she hid them out? Remember, that was Jericho. And remember, Jericho was terrified, she told them, terrified of the children of Israel. So while Joshua's out one evening, he stood near Jericho and he saw a man standing in front of him, and the man had a sword in his hand. And Joshua said, Are you on our side, or are you for our enemies? And the man said that he was the commander of the Lord's army. So Joshua just falls down on his face and he says, What does the Lord want for me to know? Because obviously it's something really important, because he's actually sent you down here to tell me. And the thing that the commander of the Lord's army told Joshua was so crazy that it probably made Joshua think, am I dreaming? But here's what he told him to do. He said, if y'all want to defeat Jericho, and you need to, this is how you do it. You need to march around the city one time for 6 days. Then on the 7th day, I want you to march around the city 7 times. Then the priests are going to blow their trumpets and the people will shout and the walls will collapse. And Joshua's probably thinking, what? He's probably like, that's not a battle plan. That's not a battle strategy. Like, to walk around the city, that's not, like, what kind of weapon do you want me to use? Do you want us to go in and just... The commander of the Lord's army literally told him that they're going to march. And so, as crazy as that sounds, Joshua did it. Joshua went back to the people, and the people were probably thinking also, this is a really weird way to defeat our enemies. But they obeyed, and they did it. So on the first day, they walked around the city, totally silent. No words. Second day, same thing. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth day, same thing. Total silence, walked around the city once. The people of Jericho were probably like, what are they doing? Like, they were afraid of them, but they were probably like, these folks are crazy. So, 7th day comes around. They got to really stretch that morning because they got to walk around the city 7 times. So here they go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they walk around 7 times. And on that 7th time, Joshua yelled out, shout, for the Lord has given you this city. And the priests blew the trumpets and the people shouted. And the walls fell. Literally crumbled and fell. That's crazy. Awesome. Now remember Rahab. Joshua did not forget the promise that the spies made with Rahab. So Joshua sent those spies to Rahab's house to rescue her and all that was in her house alive. And then Rahab and her family dwelt with the children of Israel for the rest of their life. And I know that she must have been so grateful, because the rest of her city was totally destroyed. All the people totally destroyed. Now that seems really crazy, but these stories in the Bible, they are true. They actually happened. That is so awesome. What if our military today had orders? Okay, I want you to leave all your weapons. You don't need them. I want you just to march, and then you're going to shout, and then your enemies will fall. That's nuts, right? But that's what God told them to do in that situation, and it worked. God's never going to lead us astray. He's never going to make us look like fools. We do that on our own. Well, our text truth today is when we trust God, we obey Him completely. We know that we need to trust God, and when He tells us to do something, we need to do it exactly like He says. If the children of Israel had only walked around 6 times on that 7th day, then it wouldn't have worked. If they hadn't have shouted, if the priest hadn't have blew the trumpets, everything had to be done just right. And it worked. God wants to know that we trust him completely. And when we obey, we show that we do trust him. Now let's look at Joshua chapter 1, verse 9 one more time. We've been looking at this verse just about every week the past few weeks. But it says, have I not commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. God was with them every step of the way. He knew that their enemies would be defeated. He knows exactly what's going to go on in your life and mine. And I have no idea what tomorrow holds or what the future holds. But God knows. And I trust that he's going to take care of me. I love you, girls. Thank you for watching today. And I'll see you next week. Bye.